Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we are going to be working on the transmission. I mean, you're probably looking at it saying, well, it's already apart. This is true, and it was a hassle to get this transmission apart. It's not like the newer gen trans where they just, the casing comes apart and you get to the differential. You actually have to separate the gear sets and disassemble everything, literally everything, just to get the open diff out. So that's a differential that came out of my car, and that's a pretty Quaife that's going to go back in my car. I'm not going to be running this ring gear because it's taken a couple of hits, so this is going to get scrapped, and I'm going to get this one on the lathe or on the Bridgeport, and I'm going to machine down these rivets so I can remove the ring gear from this open diff and put it on that closed diff. And I'm gonna send out the casings to get hot tanked, like chemical washed, because they are pretty bad. I don't think this thing's been cleaned over 37 years, so it'd be a good decision to just get it sent out, get it hot tanked, get new seals, because that one's a little crispy. There was a trans leak coming from my transmission. One of the seals from the rear case, here, let's see, oh, right, nice, right into the case, had a little crack in it and then started leaking, and I couldn't find it for the longest time until I took it apart. It was a very, very minute crack in the seal, not in the aluminum, but it made a mess. It would be a slow mess, but it made a mess, and they caked it on, and God knows how much dirt built up over the years. But yeah, that's exciting. And another update is I got my brake booster delete in. I made this yesterday. I had some spare time, so I had a chance to machine it. Well, I couldn't really machine it because the Bridgeport is blocked right now, so I just freehanded it, cut it, and it works really well. Not too bad. I mean, it's not the prettiest piece, but it's also not the ugliest. So now that I have that done, I just gotta get my pedal assembly in, make a bracket to hold the pedal assembly so I don't die when I go to press on the brakes and it yeets itself out of my car. Like, that would suck. But well, let's see if I could get this trans sent out to get it hot tanked today. If not, probably sometime this weekend I could get it back so I could start assembling. And I'm just gonna get a seal kit from online, see if I can find one. So we actually ran into a couple dilemmas. One being my machine shop at the moment doesn't have any chemicals for their hot tank. And then the next one is my reverse gear. My dad was telling me to check it out. I didn't think of it. It is actually damaged. Let me see if I can find the damage. Where is it? Ah, there it is. There's a couple of teeth that taken a hit. So I just went on auto camping and ordered two, one for his cabriolet and one for the GTI. That's his cabbie over there. So now gotta replace that reverse gear, wait to get that hot tanked, but in the meantime I could still machine the rivets out, get the ring gear off of that differential. Oh, and I also found a seal kit. But before I talk about the, Jesus, that's disgusting. But before I talk about the seal kit, I wanted to, where did they go? Oh, they're there. I wanted to talk about my brake pedal assembly with them 2 master cylinders. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. It unless I had a very small leg and one very long leg, then it would work out, because this pedal sticks out way too far. It's pretty much into the driver's seat, which, yeah, it's not gonna work. So I gotta scrap that idea, and I'm most likely gonna pick up this CKW2 underdash mounted master cylinder, because that's gonna probably work out the best and the cleanest look, and I wouldn't have to worry about changing out my pedal assembly, blah blah blah, you name it. So Bro Pack actually stocks, I don't know, stocks a seal kit, which is pretty nice. I'm happy about that. So it's all good. And yeah, it's one, and then I'll get a hammer and chisel to knock it down. And well, this is my least favorite part. I don't really care about the old differential, so it's going to yeet onto the ground. But it's still scary. I'm not trying to break my foot. Oh, she's about to come. Oh god, here we go. Oh, Jesus. I don't care about the old ring, or the... my brain's fried.
Today, Junior?
Needle bearings. I don't really care about those. Those are garbage. Oh, a little bit more. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to reset this because it's going on an angle. But oh, well. Send it. Just send it. Can't send it. Don't send it. Gonna damage the ring gear. All right, new ring gear is on. Out with the old. No more broken teeth. Thank God. Because that's a pain in the butt to take off. Well, the drilling part's not that bad, or machining, but the pressing out the rivets is what gets me, and taking off the old ring gear. I don't put it on the press. I just heat up the outer race, or the ring gear and the outer teeth, and I let it fall down, just because I don't want to put pressure on the spline shaft going into the LSD, and then potentially damaging the gears inside the Quaife diff. So I just heat up the ring until it drops down. I give it little taps with a rubber mallet, and then it comes off. And then vice versa for putting on the ring gear. You would heat it up first, get it to a certain temp, and then put it on your limited slip. But before you do that, you want to install the studs that come from ARP, and then put the ring gear over it, and then slide it down, give it slight taps around so it's fully seated on the limited slip. And then you can let it cool down, get the air gun, cool it down, so there's not too much heat being induced into the differential. And after that, you just put the locking washers and the bolts with the specified specs for torque, and you're good to go. I'm waiting on a message from my machine shop for when they get the hot tank stuff ready, and then it could go all back together, get it all painted up, and toss back in the car. I'm excited. Anyways, we'll talk to you guys soon, and I hope you guys have a good day. Make sure to subscribe or like the video, because this is honestly a pain in the butt. Now I know why people ask this. Editing is not easy, nor trying to make a video with limited time. So I hope you guys enjoy the content and have a good night.